welcome back, everyone. Welcome to the Pickleballmuse podcast. We have a very special guest with us today. Introduce yourself.
I am Lina Padegimaite. I'm a professional pickleball player.
How are you doing today, Lena? My name's Cameron.
I'm doing awesome. Thank you guys for hosting me.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Penny.
I'm Al.
And I'm Rihanna.
All right, let's get right into it.
All right, so starting off close to home, since we live in New Jersey, you said you played at the New York Stock Exchange. How was that, and how do you feel like it affected your career?
So I got to play pickleball at New York Stock Exchange a couple years ago. That was kind of launching of Major League Pickleball at the time. It was very special. I never thought, that pickleball would take me such places. And it was pretty epic, really good networking, just really, I think, monumental kind of mark in the career. Um, I feel like pickleball has made it then. It's like we're playing at New York Stock Exchange. Pickleball is recognized on a national and international level. And after that, a lot of good opportunities came my way. I started taking professional pickleball more full time because initially I was doing it part time. I'm also a physical therapist. But since then, I've been able to pursue pickleball full time, compete on the pro tour, and I think it really shaped my career towards that. And I've really respected Major League Pickleball. It was a newer thing, a team event at the time, and I've played on a team since then, so it was pretty special.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
Speaking of the New York Stock Exchange, we had Connor Garnett on here a few days ago. He used to be an investment banker. Tell me about your other past careers. I know that you also do physical therapy. Is that correct?
Yes, so I came to the United States in 2011 on a tennis scholarship. So I played for the University of Texas at Austin. And then after that, I pursued Doctor of Physical Therapy degree at Texas State University. And then passed my boards and I practiced physical therapy. I worked in an outpatient clinic. It was called Center of Healing and Regenerative Medicine. They focused a lot on like non-surgical options. The physicians did a lot of PRP injections and kind of non-surgical methods for healing. And we had a physical therapist team. I was one of them. Treated patients for a couple years full time. Actually really enjoyed my work prior to pickleball. I loved helping people reach their maximum potential. And then COVID hit. I was actually pregnant at a time and unsure of what's coming next as far as, career and everything. And I found pickleball. One of my friends took me to play pickleball because a lot of indoor places closed down during COVID. And I started it. I loved it as a hobby. I thought it was just a fun hobby in the beginning. And then this woman, Christina Dorman, she spotted me at a recreational park and she said I could be really, really good one day and come train with her. So I went into a training group. It's based out of San Marcos in Texas. I would take my son there and train every day, not every day, probably 3 to 4 times a week for a couple weeks. And my first pickleball tournament was in 2021. It was like a highest amateur level, 5-0 at the time. I won a regionals and I qualified for nationals. And then in 2022, I started playing pro, but I thought it was like an expensive hobby in the beginning. And then started medaling, and I feel like everything worked out. Got a paddle sponsorship at the time, and everything started making more sense. But I was also juggling coaching a high school tennis team. I don't know why I agreed to coach a high school tennis team. It was just somebody asked me to coach a private high school for 3 to 4 months for a season, and I said yes. I don't know why. Just made sense for me at the time. And then I was coaching pickleball, and I was kind of fading out of physical therapy. I was doing a little bit of home health, but it just made more sense to pursue the dream.
Do you think you'll ever go back to physical therapy?
I think that's a great question. I think I'll evaluate after my pro career. It's sports is always health dependent, and we're living the dream. We're working hard, but everything is health dependent. So, if after my pro career I want to go back to the clinic and work full time, I'll do that. But I honestly feel like I'll stay in pickleball. I feel like I might stay in coaching or maybe open a pickleball academy. I'm really passionate about helping juniors get better. Helping others get better in pickleball, or maybe do like a hybrid model where I could maybe work part-time in the pickleball world and part-time treating patients, maybe have my own clinic of both. I don't know, an academy with the clinic, so we'll see.
pickleball physical therapy clinic.
Yeah.
Pickleball players only.
Yes. So we'll see.
I feel like a lot of people don't know about the physical therapy side for you, and a lot of people don't know about me, but I was actually a head chef at a restaurant. What is some of your favorite Lithuanian dishes?
Ooh, I love that. So we have a lot of potato-based dishes in Lithuania. Potatoes are huge here. So we have these potato dumplings that are grated potato dumplings with minced meat inside, and we eat them with sour cream and bacon grease, and they're really heavy on your stomach actually. But it's a really special meal, and we don't really eat it often because it's hard to make. You have to grate a lot of potatoes, and yeah, it's a lot of work. But it was one of my favorites. And then we eat a lot of beets and cabbage. So we have this beet soup. We have like cold beet soup and hot beet soup. So in the summertime right now, I eat a lot of the cold beet soup, and the ingredients are like beets and cucumbers and hard-boiled egg. And I know it sounds kind of weird to mix it all in, but it's actually really, really good.
That's awesome. Is there any food from Texas that you would want to bring back to Lithuania?
I think we could use some really good Mexican cuisine here in Lithuania. Really isn't much. There's one restaurant in my hometown, Kaunas. I've tried it a couple years ago. I haven't been back, but I feel like a good Mexican place could do really well here. But I think people are just not exposed to it. They're not used to it. But I think it could do really well.
The place you were head chef at was actually a Mexican restaurant, wasn't it?
There we go.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Great. So first and foremost, you just made me hungry talking about that food, but it's not a bad thing. So you were speaking of Texas. You were a great student athlete at the University of Texas at Austin, where you excelled in tennis. How did you manage to balance everything you had going on and still earn your graduate degree with the highest honors?
That's a great question. I think my childhood prepared me for that. In Lithuania, we had, I would say, really, really good public education. So I went to public school here, and I trained in tennis. I was like top 200 in ITF, which is International Tennis Federation. But I just feel like I had the mindset of not complaining and just working hard, always finishing the tasks that I started. Just little habits along the way that helped me out. And once I went to University of Texas at Austin, I've actually never trained as hard as I did at UT. I mean, maybe I've trained hard like in the summers when I didn't have school, when I did two-a-days and all that stuff. But being in Texas where you're like exercising and training hard 4 hours a day, then you're going to school, then you're getting academics done, then you're flying to tournaments, and maybe you're coming in at 2 a.m. You still have an 8 a.m. class, and I graduated with a 4.0 from Texas, got a lot of graduate scholarships actually to go to physical therapy school. So once I got into the graduate program, to me, it was a breeze. I know it sounds kind of weird, but to me, Doctor of Physical Therapy program seemed easier than undergrad because I didn't have the 4 hours a day, exercising, and I didn't have the tournaments at the time over the weekend. So me, it was relatively easier. So I don't know what the answer is. Like, make something really, really hard, so then the rest of everything, it seems just like a breeze.
Well, we commend you. 4.0,
Yeah.
that's amazing
4.0 is-
with everything. And like you say, your upbringing definitely prepared you. So we commend you, definitely. That's an amazing thing. We know it's tough to balance all of that. So we can only imagine what it's like for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for coming on to the podcast. On behalf of the whole Pickleballmuse team, we have a gift for you. Al's gonna show you on his end.
Yep. We got a couple of things here for you as a thank you, because we appreciate you coming on. And we have some resistance bands here.
Oh, I love it.
We know you hit the gym hard, so
Yeah,
I know
that's
this is
awesome.
something that.
Thank you.
And a couple more things. We have, I think you like this pajama Pilates.
Ooh, I love that.
So, being a mother, you could get your workout on in your pajamas too.
Oh, that's
So
so
let's
cute.
get hooked.
Thank you, guys.
And one more thing, a little mini massage gun.
Oh, I love
So,
that. That's awesome.
these things.
That's great for recovery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm jealous.
All right. You're welcome. So thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you
on.
so much for coming on. It's
Of
very
course.
interesting
Thank
to
you,
hear
guys.
you and your culture.
It was amazing talking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.
Don't leave yet, but I'm gonna stop the recording.
Okay.
And then once